Hey y'all, it's me again, Joey.
Well, ready to let them loose?
Yep, that's it. Let's see if they make us run.
Oh,
Probably so.
yeah, that one tried to get after him, but other than that, what can you expect? I mean, can you blame him? Oh yeah, they're getting after us now. Go, Joey, go!
Hey man!
Hey, man, buddy. I'm gonna get in the truck. You gotta go back and get your camera.
But also, just get as many as you can off the one next to it. Get out.
You gotta move forward.
Do that side again. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Well, hello there, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Mr. JW.
Good deal.
I got in here 30 minutes early to get all ready and had to run out in the rain 3 times to go to the house to get something.
Raining down your way, eh?
Yep. Let's see who all we got on here. Oh, Randy, Tar Heel Beekeeper, Mike Tangway, Wildwood Honeybees, Kimberly Smith, Jay, I'm not going to say that last name, Jonathan Stevens, Russell, Keith Spillman, James Noel, Nancy the Beekeeper, and Roy Probe. Who else we got that I missed?
David Hoskins, Russell Heyman.
Okay, see Mark Miller come in, Amber, Collector Rick,
You got everybody that's anybody.
David, yep. They jumped in after I marked them. Hey, it's been another hot day here, and it actually rained. I bet I got a whole 1/4 inch of rain. That thunder and lightning out there was kind of like one of them barking dogs. That's all they do is just bark. They didn't do much else when it got here. Just enough to wet me getting from here to the house and back.
We're actually experiencing a couple of days of nice weather. It's been crucial hot, but let's see. It's our 3rd day of it, I guess. It's in the 70s. 72 right now. Sunny and beautiful day here. Cool compared to those 90s and that 90% humidity we had for 10 days prior to that, where I like to died. We're doing pretty good again now.
It's 80. I just looked a minute or two ago. It's 80 here right now and raining. So, but you know, it's threatened to rain a little bit almost every day around here. But remember me talking about these ditches I had to dig? Well, I finally dug them Monday or Tuesday. One of them was like a little over 100 feet, and the other one was 40 feet. And once I got like 3 inches down, all that dirt was just like dry powder.
Yeah.
When I pulled it back in, dust was just flying everywhere.
I promise you, Roy, I didn't go that far with mine. About 15 miles as far as I went.
What'd he say?
He thought maybe he said he's having coon problems. He's in Michigan, Roy is.
Oh.
So.
There's Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy. I do have the link pinned if anybody wants to come in and join us and give us somebody to talk about.
Yeah.
Who in the world is that?
That might be the chef of the century. That might be, what was her name?
Take your pictures now. Screensaver. I got my chef's hat on and my goofy glasses on, but I'm not taking questions from JW tonight. I almost started the other night.
Yeah.
I got my chef hat on, and I've got my goofy glasses on too. So
When you first popped in, Todd, I almost blocked you. I didn't see the thing.
So this is my barbecue hat here.
Oh yeah, I can tell now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got the you know, the fancy creases, all that stuff.
Yeah, I see you do have. And the Packer fan, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir. Always have been for some reason. Don't know why.
Well, we can't all be perfect.
Well, I hope you're a Bears fan, JW, because me and you will go at it.
Yeah. I've just about wrote them all off. You know, that stunt they pulled here about 4 or 5 years ago about made the non-NFL person out of me. That kneeling and all that stuff, I didn't appreciate.
Well, yeah, I understand that. Well, at least that's gone by and by, you know, for the most part.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Yeah, you never know.
Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, David, I'm looking for. I'm you know, it is what it is. So I don't think I'm driving the crazy girls away. That's the problem.
How's the? Are you still fussing with your neighbor, or trying, or well, you're not fussing. You're just.
I haven't said a word yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what happens with the last flower of the season, the blue pearl. If I don't get any blue pearl, I'll probably start out by telling him I'm might be, you know, tell him where my bees are at, but tell him, hey, you know what? I'm a treatment-free beekeeper, so I just wanted to let you know. You know, see if that makes him move. I don't know. Oh, Will told me that lad. He texted me last night. He said, you should tell him you're a treatment-free beekeeper and see what happens. I'll be done. I took a picture of what he's got out there this morning when I went out there. And I haven't looked at it, but let me look at it now. To me, it looks like he's got supers out there, which doesn't surprise me. Yeah, he's got supers on. So he's bringing in the nectar. What's up, Matt? Yeah, it's a mess, but I don't know. I'll just hit him up probably early November, and I'll see if he wants to talk about it and stuff. I'll be nice, all that stuff. Everybody's telling me play nice. I'll play nice, you know. Until he says no, then I'll tell him, oh, you know, I think I'll stop treating for mites. Your bee's going to have at it with mine. We'll see where you go. Oh,
man.
But he's a nice guy. I know him. I bought queens from him before. So he's a nice guy. So I think what's going to happen is he's probably not going to move them until it's time to go into almonds, which is probably beginning of February. He might get in earlier, but you know, that's the next opportunity for him to move them. And then when he's done with almonds in mid to late March, he could put half of what he's got there now, but then sprinkle the rest of the other half somewhere else. You know, he's got 2,000 colonies, so he's got a lot of yards. So put a pallet here, put a pallet there. Just don't put 25 here, you know.
Did you ever think about just letting him leave him there and then go over there some night and pull about 20 supers? 40, 50?
Why don't you
Just,
fly over here and help me?
just load them on the truck. Don't even worry about getting bees
Yeah,
out.
I'm capable of doing stuff like that. So
Just pick them up,
no
load them
problem
on the
at all.
truck. Bees will go back home.
Yep.
Yeah. Dang, I already broke my rule. That was a question from you, JW. I'm not supposed to answer because I'm not taking questions from you tonight. You about made me starve last week. So I think my tapeworm's dead though, so that's good.
You have to limit him a little bit.
That's what happens when you're a nice guy. You let guys like me manipulate you.
Yeah, Mark, I do need good robber bees. Oh man, he's got me outnumbered probably 3-1 in bees. You know, he's probably been putting sugar to them ever since the end of April, and wildfire kicked in. In June, so he's got some massive hives, I'm sure. Well, he's a commercial guy anyway, so.
Yeah. Well,
It is what it is. But I'm kind of certain if I tell him, hey, you know what, I'm right here, he'll probably when he comes back out of almonds, he'll be downsizing. I'm hoping. I'm thinking he will. So we'll see. If not, then I'll tell him I got a friend that lives in Illinois that will come pay him a visit, and then,
and don't tell him where I live. Just tell him where I'm from.
Now let me get rid of this goofy hat. I'll be right back. And turn my camera off. I can't let you guys see my hat hair. I've had bad hat hair today. It was 102. I was kind of sweating today. So I'll be right
Me too, Todd.
back. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Now that's vain, isn't it? You don't want us to see he's having a bad hair day.
Yeah.
Look at her.
He's up.
Good afternoon, evening. I'm gonna move.
You in early today, huh?
That's old wakeboard Willie. He's
Wakeboard Willie.
We had a good time.
oh man.
You missed my intro, Tom. Did you see it?
No, I did not. I literally just logged in, so I have no idea.
You'll have to jump. You'll have to watch it after we're done. I'm not going to give you any. Oh, wait a minute. When now looking at my name and all that stuff, that'll give you a clue.
Hey, I know exactly why you put that up. Trust me. I know exactly why you put that up.
I told him he about made me starve to death last week. I think he killed my tapeworm though.
He did?
Yeah, I think so.
Shame on him.
Well, hey, it had to go.
Hey, don't give me all the credit. Ramsbottom was in on a little bit of that also.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he was too.
They kind of helped me along a little bit. Did you ever get that meal finished? Are you still cooking on it?
What's that?
Said, did you ever get that meal finished? Or are you still cooking on it?
You mean right now or last week?
It ought to be pretty well done by now if you haven't finished it.
I haven't started. I actually had to work today. I had an event to go to, and I got home about 45 minutes ago.
I had to work today.
I did. I actually had to work today. I had my staff out there. We were at a church, and they had a backpack event for back to school, and so we were there. It was hot. It was hot. Not gonna lie.
It's been pretty nice here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think today hit like 80 or 82.
Yesterday was in the
Table
70s,
Rock?
so it was. Yeah, we're down. Yeah.
Hmm.
We came down late Thursday night, late Thursday night.
Yeah.
Because we actually, Melissa and I got, with the exception of a handful of colonies at our house, I got treatments on every colony that I had on Thursday, starting early in the morning, and we didn't finish until it was Melissa, myself, and my son Isaac. We got everything on. I think it was by 7:00 in the evening.
Jeez.
So had to take advantage of some really cool temperatures that we were having. I mean, we were in the mid 90s, 94, 95, 96, and then it dropped off. Thursday was in the, I don't remember now, 80s. And then, no. Thursday was in the 70s. 74 was the high. And yes, let's see, we losing track of my days. Today's Saturday. Yesterday was really nice. And then today was like 82, I think it was. I mean, aside from some haze that's in the air from the wildfires that are in Canada, I mean, it's like,
Wow.
it's gorgeous. I mean, it's perfect.
So when you go down there, you go down 44, and then do you hit 65 in Springfield, or do you take another route?
Nope, that's exactly how I go. 44 down to 65 and go south out of there. But then before, if you take 65, you'll actually come down into the one on the eastern side of the 76 strip, basically in Branson. We actually cut across through Highlandville, which is about halfway between Springfield and then you probably know where that's at, off of EE.
Yeah.
And then I head straight west, and then I go straight down 13. Yeah. And 13 will take you literally right to their front door.
Yeah. I
so
know
right
exactly.
City. So
I know where you're at.
Yeah.
So
have you taken advantage of these cooler temperatures with treatments or anything of that nature?
Just treating me.
Treating you? Sounds good.
I haven't. I may start tomorrow. I've been trying to catch up on my mowing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had
jumping beans and stuff.
I've had a mess.
What's up with them jumping beans?
You ever see anything like that before?
What was that?
That was yard grass, believe it or not. They were it was full of crickets. They just hatched out. There must have been a million in it, but that grass and just jumping up and down.
Are the fireflies still out there right now?
A few.
Yeah.
A few.
That's one thing I miss.
Yeah.
Even as an adult. When I was a kid.
We don't have them like we used to, but there's a few around.
Yeah. My kids love those things. They were chasing those every summer night. It was fun to watch.
I've got another little old video I made. I don't know where to post it or not. You can't always see them. If I had one, I've got 2,000.
Wow.
Just right around my bee yards. Dragonflies. They're just everywhere. I mean, everywhere you look up, you can't hardly. I actually mowed some of my horse pasture, knocked it down there, bush hogged it this afternoon, and they were just hundreds of them all around me. So
well, I guess that's better than grasshoppers.
Oh yeah, we got those too. We don't get them like we used to. I don't know whether it's because of the farm chemicals or what it is. We don't get the grasshoppers like we used to get them.
Would you get a lot of
that are damaging?
Do you get a lot of Japanese beetles?
We haven't the last couple of years. There for 4 or 5 years, we went through a big wad of them. I mean, they were everywhere. They'd eat everything up.
Yeah.
And once in a while, we get our big thing is if we get a big storm like down Joey's way, it blows those doggone army worms up here, and they'll wipe out a field overnight.
Yeah. Those beetles used to take out a sycamore tree on the side of my house. It was a young tree, and every summer it looked like fall because there wasn't a leaf on it.
Well, that's my trouble. I've got the same problem, but it's deer.
Oh.
They're just obliterating a lot of my young fruit trees and stuff. They'll eat them. They're eating them up, eating my tomatoes up, eating the blooms off the tomato plants.
Wow.
I'm not going to have very good garden crop on account of deer. They're just eating everything up. So,
My wife's ants eat most everything my wife planted this year.
Yeah.
Tomatoes and potatoes and everything. They just ate them up. Ants did.
Jeez. Sound like my ants.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you what. I saw another doozy of a black widow this morning. Holy cow.
Did you?
Another one, and looked like that butt of that thing was the size of a grape. I mean, it was humongous. Yeah, I actually the hair on my neck kind of stood up when I saw it. But I gave it the stick test. So don't have to worry about her anymore.
There's Philip.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Not
Talking
much.
about you.
We're talking to you.
Ooh, I'm sweating, man. It's cooler than it has been, but it is humid as all get out.
Huh.
But we're out here prepping our bees. We're taking them over to Amarillo tomorrow. So we're gonna take them with these double screen boards over the top
Oh, yeah.
to give them maximum ventilation. They're screened on the bottom too. But we're gonna come back at like 2 a.m. and smoke them in, throw some screen across the entrances, and load them up and head that way. We're just taking 8 though. We're just taking enough to fill the back of the truck.
Yeah.
We're gonna take them and we're gonna take and do 3 across on top of 2 supers. They'll stick up a little bit, and I got a screen I'm gonna throw across them, and we're gonna do 3 and then 2 and then 3. We're taking 8 total. That's
Hmm.
the rest of this stuff's for our hive stands. It's gonna be quite a load, but
You're taking 8 hives, and you say you're driving 4.5 hours with 8 hives.
yep.
Wow.
And I hope they live. Hope they survive it.
I
'Cause it is hot.
hope you get a lot of honey over there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm taking well, the supers that are on here, this is like 1.5. There's not much comb in these, but I'm gonna run 8s. So everything has 10. So I'll take 2 out of the 2 that I'm adding on top and put them in the bottom. So they'll have it, 4 to 6 drawn in that one, and then 8 drawn in the other 2. So they'll have plenty of places to store comb. Store honey.
A lot of folks in the chat telling you, hey, Philip.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody. I can't really see the chat.
Yeah, figured you couldn't.
Let's have a look at the bees. It's so hot. They don't even act like they want to sting me or anything. I can walk right in front of them. Yeah, the pond looks kind of slimy out there.
You kind of dodged a bullet with that tree, didn't you?
Yeah, this one fell and it knocked over this one. And this stack right here is just my spare equipment. So I was lucky it fell across that. It did bend the fence a little bit, but yeah, that mesquite tree fell and didn't quite make it. So I got some chainsaw work to do when the weather turns cold.
Philip, your bottom board screened?
Yeah, they're all screened. Yeah, fully screened. You can see under there.
Are you wearing any bee protection?
I was, but I've taken it off now.
Oh, kick one of those hives and then hold the phone on you.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too.
See, I need some excitement right now.
Okay, well, it's funny, Tom, is at home when I was getting stuff ready to come over here, I said, well, I wanted to get my mediums that doesn't have this stupid cleat that I did forever, so they would fit better in the truck. So I had one on my hives in the back there at home, and I said, all I'm gonna do is take a feeder shim off and put another one on with this cleat on it. I walked back there and hadn't even touched the hive, and I got hit right here on the side of my eye, and I had shorts on, so I got hit in the calf. I ended up having to go put my suit on just to steal a empty box. So, whew.
Hey, there's the brains of the operation behind you.
Yeah.
Is that Noah?
He brought me something to drink. I think he's drinking
You
something.
can drink it if you want. I was gonna drink
Hey,
it.
Noah, what's up, man?
Hello.
Hey, have you been schooling your dad? I think he's slipping in some areas.
I am.
We're trying to get him studied.
Yeah, it's a process. I get it.
So yeah, I was talking about on here to try to appease Tom. When it's hot like this, Tom, the bees don't care about nothing but just trying to survive like we are.
Hey, Noah, I'll give you $20 at Nobby if you kick that box right now. I'll buy you a steak dinner, man.
I'll kick in 20.
Oh, it's up to 40. No, shoot.
There you go. Come
Get
on, Noah.
it up to 200, and I'll split it with you.
Noah, your dad will be mad for a few minutes, man. He'll get over it.
As much as I want to, I don't like to be mean to the bees.
I got you, man. I hear that.
That's funny. Woo, man, it's crazy steamy out here. Noah's in charge of the truckload, in charge of the load, so he's gonna get back there and figure out how we're gonna do this. We were gonna come out just after dark and block them in and load them, but we've decided to do all that at once because they're not going to get back in that colony until it's the coolest we can be.
Yeah.
And then we'll smoke them and maybe they'll crawl in there. I'm sure we'll be taking some of them loose.
What kind of temperatures are you experiencing right now, Philip?
I think it's about 90 here right now. And about 110% humidity, I think.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's kind of cloudy. It's just a real light cloud cover. And yeah, it's not hot heat-wise, but man, I'm sweating and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I've got 10 pounds of sweat. Let's see if I can wring it out of my gloves. You can see the...
Yeah, those rubber gloves turn into water balloons when you're working
Exactly.
in the yard this time of year. I can't even hardly use them in the hot summer.
That's for sure.
You good? All right, let's walk back up to the cabin and use what little bit of air conditioning is working in that thing. Where's my smoker, Noah?
Right there, behind the bucket.
The lighters here. We'll just leave it all out here. Come back tonight.
I grabbed your water bottle.
Yeah. Woo. All right, man. I know y'all had something. I just got on and logged in. I'm sure I interrupted some riveting conversation, you know.
Oh, yeah. We were just trying to, break the code to something with honeybees.
All right. Ooh. But I don't know. Did you guys see Jeremy's video?
Jeremy Lindsay?
No, Jeremy Granada.
No, I didn't get to watch it.
He moved his bees onto cotton, and in 2 weeks they filled up 2 deeps.
Wow.
So now he's on irrigated cotton, and I'm not. But I was told by my friend, he's there now. He's asking if I was still coming. And I said, yeah. He said, well, it rained yesterday there. So they got some rain. They were looking for a rain to help the cotton set the bloom. But I'm going to put 3 supers on there, and hopefully that they don't go too crazy. Woo. All right, if I go in this cabin, it's going to hang up on me. Let's flip my camera back around so you can see my beautiful face. I know that's what you came here for. That's what everybody's on there for.
Oh, yeah.
If the word got out that I'm on, I'm sure you probably doubled in viewers.
Oh, definitely did. I think it tripled, actually.
It really got big when they got to talking about banging on the box.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody wants that kind of excitement, don't they, Joey?
Yeah.
Man, oh man. See if I can figure out how to flip this around without hanging up on us. Used to be a settings button. There it is. Camera. Facing front. There we are right there. Woo. All right.
I just wanted to
Very
tell
good.
John while he's in here. Let's see. That is one of the best tools I got in my honey right there.
You brought it.
Oh, it's in front.
I forgot it.
I
Yeah.
never realized I needed one until I got one.
Joey, what size is that one that you got there? Do you remember?
I've got two. This is the
The smallest?
John might correct me. This is like the 2.5 or 2 3/4 or something, and this one's a little bit longer.
Okay.
I like this one because I don't have to get in a rush. I can just get over there and get my way over there if I got a frame in my hand already cutting. So I think this one's like 3, somewhere around 3 inches.
I think I have the one that might be a little bit longer than that one, Joey,
Yeah.
and it works well.
Yeah, you got that one in the barrel, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I decided one a little bit longer. Like you said, it buys me a few minutes. I don't have to rush over there when I hear it going off.
Right. Either one of them works good for me, but when this one goes off, like I say, if I'm still sitting there cutting cappings off, I don't have to get in a rush and get over there and I can go ahead and finish what I'm doing, you know.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, that's a tool I didn't know I needed till I got one.
Yep.
It just takes your mind off of watching that bucket. Hey, how are you?
Hot,
Just like
Yeah.
that.
sunburnt.
Joey, you'll get up to the point you get to be one of those poor boy operators too in the bee world, you know.
Are you trying to pick on somebody right now, fella?
No.
What?
Is that you?
Light bulb needs to be changed. I'm wondering if I can talk Noah into doing it.
Yeah, kick that light bulb.
Those aren't
I got
honeybees.
some in the truck.
There you go.
They got a nest right on top of it, don't they?
Those are the.
Well, it was a bird's nest up there. They might have taken it over.
Oh,
Those are the friendly type of wasp. They're okay.
Yeah, they're dirt daubers. They won't sting you. They just look ominous.
You keep those down by you, Philip.
Oh, they're all over here. I've got this poor little group right here hadn't grown at all year. They've been right by my door.
Oh yeah, those are the mean ones.
they look mean.
They were a little paper wasp. They hadn't bothered me.
Yeah,
But
those.
There's not,
when you
many,
walk by,
not as many
usually
this year.
Do they make you any honey?
I've had people send me pictures. Come get these bees. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Or usually they say, I got bees I need you to come get. And I say, can you send a picture? And that's what they send me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think we had one on Thursday or Friday. Lady said that not too far from us about getting the bees. Hey, we need some help with the bees.
They're under
And
my
then
rocking
she
chair.
says they're under my rocking chair, and I'm like, yeah, those aren't honeybees. I'm like, but yeah, you can come. I can come remove them if you want.
Yeah.
Melissa, I saw the menu. It looked pretty good. Did Tom approve it?
I don't know.
All except for the weekends. I by the time it comes around on Monday, I've lost 5 pounds.
So, John's putting the sizes up there. All right, this little one. I'm assuming you're talking about that. That's the one he's calling 3/8. That must be the stem, huh?
Yeah, and then the other one you showed, Joey, must be the 3 3/8. I'm thinking. Hold them up higher. There you go. Which ones are those, John?
Hi, Brian.
2 3/8. And 3 3/8. Okay. 2 3/8 and 3 3/8.
Those worked really well with our buckets and the
We didn't use them with the buckets.
not the buckets, the barrels, and then the one that you hooked up to the clarifier
That was
to turn on the pump and off the pump.
Yeah, that was the switch mechanism.
Yeah, those were amazing, both of them.
Yeah, that's a nice tool too.
It was. You know, I mean, honestly, I mean, even for the cost of that switching mechanism, I don't remember now what John said the cost on those were. I want to say 175 or 80. Don't quote me though. John's in here. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I didn't get it in until the last late afternoon of my second to last day of extraction, and I was able to hook it up for just a short bit and play with it for a few minutes, and then the next day we got to use it. And honestly, I didn't even have to. I put that little alarm inside the barrel like you had there, Joey, and I think we had the four and something inches, 4 1/4, 4 3/8 maybe. Again, John. Okay, John said for the switching mechanisms 175. It has a float switch on it, 2 floats, one to activate it, one to turn it on, and then when it drops back down below a certain level, the lower one will shut the. It's basically an outlet, so you plug a pump into it basically, and we had it set up in the Hilco clarifier. I didn't have to touch it, and then I put the alarm inside the barrel. Even with as noisy as it was inside there with the music and everything else going on, I could still hear the alarm going off over loud music and the machines going and stuff.
Well,
So it worked.
We did the walkthrough on Joey's live last week. wasn't it,
Oh, you don't
Joey?
fix that. You can wait on that, right?
Do
I told
what?
John.
Put the screw back in it.
Okay, John said the one we had is 4 3/8. So it's a little bit longer than the one you had, Joey.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
All right,
we
I'm gonna
did a
put you on
walkthrough
video.
of how
We'll
it
see how
worked
we do.
on Joey's live. I think it was last Saturday, wasn't it, Joey? So if anybody wants to go back and watch that, you can see we went on a field trip to our garage to see how we had it
That
all.
was,
hooked up.
That was
Okay.
when JW was asking me 20 questions. It was like the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh yeah,
that was on Charlie's, wasn't it?
Was it on Charlie's? I can't remember. It was either on
I don't remember. I think he's right.
yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
I think he's right.
But it was last week. So not this Friday, but last Friday. The Friday
You're
before.
off the hook, JW. Sorry about that.
But
No, he's not. Let's hold him to it. Hold his feet to the flames.
yeah, because Saturday we couldn't be on Joey's because we took Corey to dinner because Corey was
that's
in
right.
town. So
Yeah.
it was Friday. You're right, Joey.
Hey, Brian Zavada's still in here. We heard from last week, and we heard from somebody that you're going to be in southern Missouri. When is that? In a month?
In August, I think.
In August sometime? Brian Zavada, you still in here?
Might
You're gonna
crash
be-
that party.
Yeah, we might have to crash that party.
Might crash that party.
We got a personal invite.
or bring it to life.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that group down in my old neck of the woods area?
No, opposite side of the state, over near the Boot Hill, over that direction.
Oh.
That Kardashian or whatever his name is stuck over down there by you. He's selling that honey down in there for $50 a pint.
Kardashian. Kardashian.
Uh,
Leo, Dr. Leo.
Sharaskin.
Sure asking you.
You got some good looking women though, I can tell you that.
What?
What? The mountain women.
Todd, I have a feeling he's going to try to get started here. We better curb him real quick, you know?
Yeah, my stomach's grumbling. I might have to go fire up the barbecue right now.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah, over there in the mountains of Missouri, that's you know what the pickup line is, don't you?
Let's hear it.
That sure is a pretty tooth you have.
No. Philip, that's Arkansas. That's not Missouri. That's
I just
Deep southern Missouri. Real deep.
Or way up high in the mountain. I don't think we have mountains that high though.
We have hills.
So,
Yeah,
Tom and Melissa, did y'all get everything pulled?
Yes, sir, we did.
Got everything pulled and got first round of treatments on.
Mm-hmm. I was more concerned about getting treatments on those counties than I was pulling and extracting honey, if I'm being really honest. But we got them both done. So
Did you go the full meal deal?
I ended up. Yeah.
That'll be treated time you get back home from your little mini vacation there, won't they? Are you going to be there 2 weeks or 3?
probably going to be like 4 weeks.
Kind of what I was thinking.
I'm semi-retired. I'm going to be on my first retirement.
No, we're coming home Sunday night, but then we have to leave Thursday to go volunteer at the state fair. So we'll be down at the state fair Thursday, Friday, and then
Part of Saturday morning.
yeah, and then Sunday we have market stuff.
Saturday afternoon and Sunday will be at the market stuff.
Yeah.
Where's the state fair at? It's not in Springfield, is it?
Sedalia.
No, north of there in Sedalia.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Honestly, Todd, the first year that we had gone to the Missouri State Fair, which obviously it's a pretty big deal. The first year we had gone was last year. I've never been before, honestly. So, but we went there to work Missouri State Beekeepers Association booth for one day. But we stayed with some friends in their cabin, which was, I don't know, 20-ish or so minutes south, 25 minutes south of there in a little town called Versailles.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out in God's country.
Yeah, it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Nice and quiet.
It is. My neighbor used to take he still does. He takes his pulling truck up to the state fair every year for those pulling competitions. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Last year when we had gone, they were completely redoing some of the state fair grounds, and they were also redoing the arena area where they hold, I think, some farm stuff as well as the truck pulls and some other events. So there was nothing happening on that arena type area. So I haven't paid attention or looked or what have you, but I can only make assumptions that they probably got it all completed, and I'm guessing they're going to have something there this year because it starts this week. Is that right? Monday,
yeah.
It starts Monday,
Yeah.
so in 2 days, and it'll go for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to get down there sometime on Thursday, probably not until the afternoon, and we'll hang out in the fairgrounds. We'll work all day Friday, and then on Saturday, I think we'll probably I don't know. I'm not sure if we'll leave early or we'll go back up there. Whatever.
That's out my hollow point ammo. See if it was doing anything.
That's a nice fair up there.
But it didn't. If anything, the
You're
the
asking?
regular ammo's blowing the back out of it.
You got bullets?
Huh?
You got bullets?
What are they gonna shoot?
We're going to show you. Let's see if Noah knows how to shoot.
Some tannerite?
I don't think these 22 rounds are going to would detonate tannerite.
What the hell's going on?
Hang on.
Yeah, hang it up.
Maybe it's one of JW's possums.
Oh, there it is. Hold on a second. Range is cold. Okay, here we go.
Or is it a copperhead or a rattlesnake? Oh, there you go.
One of them moving targets.
Hopefully you can make it ring. I can't make it ring. No, hold on a second. You can't shoot that direction.
What?
You can't shoot that direction, I don't think. That's Tim's house over there.
It's only a 22.
That's Tim's house right there.
It's just a 22, Philip.
I know it. It's probably
the metal.
It's probably 2,000 feet.
I'll shoot 1 or 2,000 on that.
Hold on a second. Everybody's watching, so I got to put my ears on. Hold on, guys.
Just one out.
All right, here we go.
Fogging up. That's how humid it is out here. Can't even wear your glasses for a second. Okay.
You need to put some whole bunch inside of a refrigerator and then shoot it. You ever see that video where a guy shoots it, a refrigerator full of tannerite, and the whole door blows off and goes past him, misses him by like 5 or 10 feet? That's insane.
Where?
That target hanging between those trees.
I see it.
You need to back up a little.
Maybe. I didn't want to miss. That was right there.
Is that a plinking target?
Yeah. Little metal. I don't think that one hit. Half 4 out of 5. You got to reload now.
Where's the tannerite at?
A friend of mine brought out his ARs and tannerite, and we were shooting it, but it wouldn't go off with those ARs. But I had to get my 30-30 out, and that set it off.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Philip, you have a big problem with hogs down there on that farm?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You ever hog hunt?
That's pretty dang good shooting there.
You're right, though. I missed one.
That's pretty good.
Three of them are right there.
One of them probably went through the string hole.
Yeah, one of them went through there.
My glasses were fogging up. I took the last shot. I kind of knocked them down, looked over, which is not very smart. That's okay. Look at this, man.
Hey, Philip, you ever hog hunt down there or not?
It's a wolf spider with his.
I shoot them whenever I see them. But I don't really see them.
Y'all might not be able to see on camera. It's a wolf spider carrying its egg sac around.
Is that what the white is?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
But I trap them, Tom, and shoot them in the pen. That's the best way to thin them out.
Yeah.
I've got a corral trap.
Well, hey, if you ever want to do a hog hunt down there, call me up. I'll come down.
Oh, come on, man.
You got one of them helicopters with the mounted gun?
No,
That's what we have JW
There's
for.
a guy in the chat that's got one. We'll get it lit. We'll get it going. We can set up a minigun on the side and really get it done.
He'll have his helicopter pilot fly down there, and then he'll take his jet to fly down there to Texas, and then
I'll give you guys a powered airfoil to shoot him off of. I'll give
There
you.
you go. Yeah, that gun Noah's shooting, it's been stolen twice.
And you've retrieved it both times?
Yeah, well, the first time it was stolen out of my cabin and they found it in a pawn shop. and when I got it back, it had some rust on it. So Noah decided he would take it and re-blue the barrel, and there was a screw missing on the thing that ejects the shells. He bought and ordered that, and then he was talking about it, and he said he started referring to this. I'd bought another pistol to replace it already. He started talking about your pistol and my pistol, and I was like, "What do you mean your pistol? My pistol?" He said, he said, "What were you going to do with it?" I said, "I was going to sell it to you."
Hey, he might have been the one that stole it from you.
No, that's why it was stolen twice. He's the one that stole it the second time. First time, I don't know who stole it. Second time, I know exactly who stole it. He's on camera.
I got you. I hear you. So whenever he re-blued that, is it a hot blue or a cold blue?
He did a cold blue on that one.
And is it holding up pretty good?
The whole top of the barrel was rusted.
The whole top of the barrel was completely rusted and pitted and everything.
Good.
It came out pretty good.
That looks
Philip, to be anything like my boys, he's just permanently barring it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if something happens with that gun, it's involved in a crime, it's still coming back on me. This is my name.
The perfect excuse.
There you go.
Perfect alibi.
You can frame me.
Yeah, not even my gun, officer.
Quiet.
Yeah, it's not picking up on the camera or the microphone. I heard that one.
I must have hit the bottom. How much?
I think that was a miss.
I heard the second round hit. Somebody's eating.
I saw something fly there, but I didn't hear a plink.
Heard it that time.
I think you're out, aren't you? Or you got 6 in there now. You're not. God.
I'll get it. Find out.
Yeah, that was it.
Now, Philip, you're at your farm. You're not at your house, right?
Yeah, I'm at the farm.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Philip, what do you do with the hogs that you get?
Well, if they're small enough and it's not too hot out, I'll clean them and process them. But if it's if they're big ones or if it's too hot out, I just let them lay.
Okay,
Let the
right
buzzers
there.
take care of them. Yeah, that's probably the
1, 2, 3. Maybe I have it again right there.
there. See.
That's all I got, really.
All right, I think that was real entertaining there.
All right. Hey, next year hunting trip to your cabin, Philip.
All right, come on.
I'm ready, man.
Jeremy said he'd be there in a minute with his AR.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeremy. Come on. You're coming over here to shoot pigs. You can come over anytime.
JW, what are you eating? Popcorn?
Chips.
Can't hear you, got a banana mayor.
That guy.
Well, I hate to say it, but I have 4 minutes, and I'm not fielding any questions from one person on the screen here. But if anybody's got questions, I'll. Oh, now it's 3 minutes.
What are you having for dinner tonight?
I'm getting lazy. I like that pork. I cut up that tenderloin into medallions. I like that.
Yeah.
I put on the barbecue for 5 minutes aside. They're not very big medallions.
Yeah.
Then I'll have a salad. And I'll have some vegetable, broccoli or carrots or asparagus or something. That's about it. Quick and easy.
Yep. That's what I had for dinner was a spring salad that had all kinds of fruits and stuff in it tonight, and some chicken, and that was good.
Yeah.
It was a big old bowl too.
Chicken's always good. Yeah.
Hey Todd, how are your bees doing themselves? I know you all are in a pretty good dearth, so you may have to feed some. But other than that, how do they look?
You
As
should have
far
been
as,
shooting.
Well, they look all right. They're bringing in enough just to tide themselves over, but there's no extra wildflower honey for me to get because of the neighbors. But they're all right. They're pretty strong. I went out there this morning, and I didn't see every entrance had major activity. I know they're getting something. I see pollen coming in every door.
Good.
But I don't know when I'm going to start feeding yet because I'm kind of leery of doing that, attracting the commercial guys' bees.
Yeah.
And I don't want to open feed because they won't get it.
Yeah.
I might end up just putting jars on them instead of buckets and just do small quantities. But I'll put a box over that jar and the lid on top, and maybe that'll help. I don't know. But see, here's the problem. Blue curl it's right around the corner, so I really can't feed.
Yeah.
They're okay though. They're sustaining themselves right now. Just no excess for me. So
you don't happen to have, or I mean, maybe it's not worth it to you. I don't know. Another location that's a little further away than where the commercial guys' bees are that you can move them to gain a little bit of a crop.
No, I'm really stuck where I'm at because I really have no way to move them.
Okay, I got you.
Except by hand.
Yeah.
Which I'm not scared of doing, but I don't have a place to put them.
I see.
So.
Yeah, that kind of stinks that there's overpopulation in your area right now. Kind of.
I told you could bring them out here now.
Yeah. Well, tell me when the blue curl starts blooming over there.
Yeah, that won't happen.
I don't want that blue curl contaminating my area now. Don't be bringing that out here.
I'm gonna sprinkle some seeds in your shoes.
That started in Venezuela, didn't it, or was it Colombia, where you get the blue curl from? And now what that stuff was that you snort?
No, sir. No.
You've been watching Breaking Bad, I think.
Yeah.
If you break the stem off that thing and smell it, it smells just like camphorphenique. I remember that from a kid. But it's only, I think the only place in the world it grows is right in this valley. So
interesting.
Yeah, the Indian. What's really interesting? I did a lot of research on it, and the Indians in this area use those plants. They sprinkled the plants around their bedding at night, and it kept the fleas away. Well, fleas are cousins of mites, so it kept the fleas out of their bedding. So I always thought about drying, picking up some of the dried weeds when they're done with and shoving them in my smoker and see if that would do anything. But I'm not going to do that.
Brian, how long you been there?
Couple minutes. No worries, Joey.
Should have hollered at me.
Yeah, no worries. I was listening to the conversation. Yeah, I saw the last couple shots of Noah.
Nice.
Brian was back there. He was knocking on his laptop.
He was banging on the door. I don't think Joey could hear him because JW is chomping on those chips so loud. He probably couldn't hear nothing.
I know. Golly.
Those aren't chips. Those are bananas.
Oh, banana chips?
Yeah, those are some crunchy bananas.
Yeah, with his mouth open.
I've got a powerful mic. You guys is always great. I give $3 for that mic. I want you guys to know.
No, big time.
Mr. Quimby put me onto that, and that's been a good one. I don't even use the real mic. I've got it sitting over here disconnected.
So what's new, Brian?
Just finishing up the honey pull. I'm not done extracting yet. I'm just kind of chipping away at it, doing a little bit at a time, hitting the markets. Just chipping away at the season. Nothing special. How was your? Yeah.
How are your markets going so far this year?
Good. Steady. Not super great, but we had a great lavender festival. That was killer. We really did well that weekend. Our two markets are solid. It's a long game with farmers markets and selling honey though, because it's the same customers over and over, and you've got to build up that clientele. So it's a little bit of a trade-off, but we've been having a good year so far. We're happy with how things have been going. I don't know what my final honey harvest is going to be, but I'm definitely on track for the same as last year. I was hoping to do more, but I'm not sure at this point what that final number is going to look like. But yeah, things are going well. How was the queen rearing thing with Corey? I think they froze.
I think it froze up.
There we go.
See us now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
How was the queen rearing thing with Corey?
It was good. We ended up having 24 or 25 people.
25.
Yeah.
Yep.
It ended up being from 8 to 4, and it was good. It went well. The only thing that's hard, because Corey will only do that class in July, and it's hard to get. Are we frozen? Or are we still good?
No, I hear you.
There's a
Uh-oh.
Now you are.
Not so much.
They gone.
Look at there, Todd.
So,
What you
so
call
while
it?
we're waiting for them to come back, I had a customer today at the market, and she told me that she bought my honey and she gave it to her daughter who lives in Pennsylvania, and said how much her daughter likes that honey better than the Pennsylvania honey. So I said, can I get you on camera to say that? Because I know some Pennsylvania beekeepers I'd like to show that to.
all right. Just now, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so the only thing that's hard in July is it's hard to get really good brood frames to ground.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot, the queen has kind of slipped. So that was probably the only back about having it in July. But again, that's really the only time that Corey's available to do this class, because he's drafting queen rooming the rest. And actually, right after the very next morning, Sunday morning, he left and it went up to Wisconsin and has been with since Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So
cool. Well, it looked like a fun class. I saw that all online. Kind of wishing I was there.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, I understand that you'll be in southern Missouri later this month, I think.
Yeah. The week before Labor Day. We've got a bunch of Colorado people going to Corey's place to do like the Tom Sawyer, learn how to do Harbo Camp, put us to work kind of thing. So we've got 7 of us that are going to be going there, learning the skill, and then coming back to Colorado and pushing out that education to local clubs and that kind of thing.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that'll be what, the Tuesday, Wednesday. I forget the exact dates, but that's the week before Labor Day weekend. So we'll travel out there Monday. We'll do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll travel back Thursday. And I won't even miss a market. Bam.
There you go. So I have a question about your market. Are you at your market? Are you there Saturday and Sunday?
2 different markets.
Okay. Are you required to be there every single week? Like, is that in the market contract?
There are different things you can apply for. You can apply for half season, every other. Some people come in later in the season based on the harvest that they have. There's one asparagus guy that starts the year there, and he's already done now because there's no more asparagus. So it depends on your harvest. For us, for year-long people, the expectation is that you are there every time with 3 allowances to be out. What happens if it was 4? they're super cool and kind people. So as long as you're reasonable about what you're doing, I imagine like, oh my gosh, it's a family emergency, I can't show up. They're going to be super cool about it.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah.
I was just curious because like the one market that we do on Saturdays in Wildwood, I found if we do it consecutive Saturdays in a row, our
Yeah.
sales, go down.
Yeah.
But if we're only there like every other Saturday, we do
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
Or it evens out. So it's like, do you go every single week and get the same, sell approximately the same amount, or just, go every other week and
I think
sell
it depends on the market. It depends on the traffic that's at that market. It also depends on how long you're at that market. So we get a lot of traffic at our market. So the longer we're there, the longer a clientele that we're going to build up, that week overlap is going to happen. If you buy honey once a month, there's still going to be someone next week that needs to buy honey once a month, and next week as well. So it's a trade-off. I've been talking to a couple of friends recently about some of the choices we make about markets, and there's pros and cons to every one. But let me tell you, one of the best things about the farmers market scene is we're done by 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So the one that we do on Saturdays in Wildwood, last year I swear it was open till 1. And I almost wish it was open till 2.
Yeah.
Just because people like to come after lunch. And
Yeah.
this year it's only until noon. And I'm like, that extra hour was nice to get all that after lunch crowd,
Yeah, and we still get people at 105 walking
Oh,
around,
yeah.
watching
Oh,
us clean up, going, when does the market close? And you're
Yeah.
like, I'm happy to help you out. Let me know what you need.
Yep.
How have your market
open
been?
24/7.
Yeah, JD, you got the best market set up, man.
Yeah, he does.
Ours have been good. Like I said, the Wildwood market that we usually do has been down a little bit,
Go get gas.
like the weekly take, but I think it's because we had been doing more of them.
Yeah.
And so, they're averaging out about the same, but it was and the other thing that's been hard is it's been ungodly hot.
Yeah.
And that's kept people away from the markets too.
Yeah.
Like on that market, we usually do $200 to $300 more than what we had been doing, and I think a lot of it has to do with the heat.
Sure. And those are things you can't control, so you
Right.
just send someone at the market and you smile, and it's okay because next week will be better. You'll hit those. There's some days that like, man, this was a killer day. What was different about today? I don't know. It was just a killer day, and like everything landed on that day. The right people came, the people needed honey or whatever. So, it's a long game for sure. Let me tell you though, these chats really help people with business mindedness, or not even, like really think about improving your beekeeping. Carl at one point really encouraged me to get a double tent. I was looking at his posts with his double tent set up, and I was like, man, that's nice. Look at all the space. Spent $700 on a double tent for that lavender festival, and we made 3 times more than that tent cost us than we did that tent paid for itself 3 times over in that one event, because we had all that space for our customers. We had 2 people selling, whereas with our 10 by 10, if 4 people are in our booth, it's packed.
Yeah.
And people are just going to move on to the next one. So just by being spread out, man, we did so much better. It was amazing. So thank you, Carl, again, for that great tip. That was awesome. So every festival I'm going to do from here on out, I want a double tent situation, and I'm going to pull out that giant purple monster. It was awesome.
How difficult is that thing to move around?
It was a 2-person job for sure. But for these festivals, Philip, we're usually asked to set up the Friday before, and then the festival is Saturday, Sunday. So that's a day where all it is setting up. This was an event last year where Jen had a 10 by 10, and Saturday night there was a storm that totally picked up her tent and dropped it like a quarter of a mile. All her shit was all over the place. There was like 10 tents that got annihilated. So this year we got a whole bunch of cinder blocks and put them on that tent wasn't going anywhere. But it is a little, you can set up a 10 by 10 really easily on your own. you could probably do this one on your own if it was like on a flat pavement, but with grass, those legs weren't going to kind of slide very easily. Yeah.
So
But you could always,
Roy,
just holler at a vendor next to you and be like, hey, can you help me out with this for a second? And people are usually happy to help. But it's heavy as hell, too. I don't want to move it by myself.
Yeah.
So Roy asked a question: what is a killer day at sales at a market?
That's different for everybody, for every
It depends on the market.
Yeah, it depends on the market, depends on the area, depends on, like, I live in a metro area, so we get pretty good money for our honey. That's a Denver Botanical Gardens event that brings like 6,000 people per day. So I don't want to speak specific numbers, but I will say, Roy, that when I pay a registration fee, whatever that registration fee is, I typically want to do 10 times more than that registration fee. That's kind of my equation. And if I can do more than 10 times that, like if it's a $250 registration fee and I do 750, I'm not happy. But if it's a $250 registration fee and I do 3,000, that's a totally different story. That for me makes that overhead of that registration fee for that event worth it. That's overhead like people are paying if they're having a store. That's rent, that's utilities, that's electricity. I don't pay that kind of stuff. So I pay it to these market organizers to get people in front of me, in front of my booth that want to spend money. So they get their cut. And I believe if it's a great event and I choose my events wisely, it's a fair relationship.
Yeah.
There have been a couple events this year that, because they'll send feedback. They want feedback from the vendors. They'll send a survey or whatever and I'll let them know. Like if it was a bad event, I'm like, hey, this happened. You charged this much and I only got this much traffic. There wasn't enough advertisement or the signage was not good or, whatever. And I let them know with the feedback what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Philip? Do you want to add anything to that market scene kind of philosophy?
Yeah. Our market's only 4 hours, 8 to 12 on Saturday week, and we only pay $20 a week.
Yeah.
But it does have a lot of traffic, and
you're coming in
and watching. But yeah. Oh, am I?
Yeah.
We do very well. We do way over 10 times $20.
Yeah, I would hope so.
We do about we haven't gone. We've done 3 markets this year, and we haven't gone under $1,000 yet. So
nice for 20. So for $60, you've done at least $3,000 in sales. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
How about you, Mr. Prater? How's your markets running?
I haven't done any.
I want to hear from you.
I don't have too much to sell, but if I do, when I do sell, they have a downtown, it's called the Art Hop in downtown, and they block like 6 blocks of Fulton Street off. And you have vendors out there, food trucks, the whole 9 yards. So I'll park out there. And by the way, my office building is right on that mall. And so I stay on our property and I don't have to pay anything. So I set the table up after work. It starts at 5 o'clock, set it up, get it all together. By 6 o'clock, it's gangbusters. And I usually walk out of there with $400 or $500. I'm only there for about 8:30, so 3 hours. So
you ought to do pretty good in selling honey there at that IHOP. You say?
What IHOP? Art Hop, not IHOP.
Oh.
Art
John, I've never heard of a market taking a percent. We've had like shops take a percent, but I've not heard of a market taking a percent.
There's one here. They charge. I can't remember how much they charge. They charge like $75, but then they want 15%.
See, I wouldn't go for that. That's insane.
So my markets do that. So for our registration fee, I think to pay for the full season, it was like $12 an event, and then 10% on top of that. So
that's crazy.
That's that one way or the other. Doesn't know if he sells it, I guess.
But one of the guys in the club that I belong to, he goes to that market, but not all of his sales are cash. And most of his are like,
He gets 25%.
Venmo or Square or something. So they're asking, well, how much, he wants to, the guy that comes around and collects wants to see the cash. Well, here it is. And he has like maybe $100 in cash. And so he'll pay him, $15. But then he might, makes way more on the credit card side.
Yeah, so the way I look at the 10%, Melissa, is, if I'm selling in a store and I'm selling at wholesale prices, they're going to want way more than 10% off of my retail for what I'm selling them. So when I do the math and I think about 10% and I think about how good they do at putting a market together, like I can rely on my market organizers to kick ass, and that's why I'm at those markets. So for me in my situation, I definitely feel like it's a fair transaction. They actually give farmers 5%, and they don't consider beekeepers farmers, which is an issue that I certainly have, and I haven't pushed the issue yet, but I'm considering kind of making my case at some point, because I definitely feel like a farmer compared to, like, I raise animals to sell food. That sounds like a farmer to me. So
that's the question I would pose to them. I'd say, what do you think a farmer is? Tell me your definition of what a farmer is.
What is the difference between this person selling food and this person selling food? What am I doing different that you see as a different category? Help me understand. So they do that as well, and they're super supportive to all of the community. Again, it's a relationship you have with these people. There are some event organizers that put on awesome events. There are some event organizers that just want the registration fee, and that's it. And you've got to learn who are the good ones and who are the people, just like any business partner, right? This is a business partnership, and I've chosen the people that I want to go into business with because of who they are and what they've created in that market scene and that culture.
I guess my thing is I'm already paying you the registration fee. I shouldn't have to pay you a percentage also. But so the shops that I guess we have our honey in, we discount it 20%. That's their wholesale discount is 20%. And there's not like certain items aren't discounted. The bourbon honey isn't discounted. The cream honey isn't discounted. So
Straws.
Oh, the straws aren't discounted. So we have.
So they take your price and they raise it beyond your retail price to sell in their shop.
Yep. If they want those items in their shop, and then. So at markets, though, like if the boys work with us, we give them 25% of whatever they sell.
Yeah.
So if we're giving them 25%, and then the market wanted to charge us another 10 or 20%, that's between 35 and almost 50% that we're losing.
Yeah.
So that would be an issue for me.
I had a buddy of mine who is playing with hiring employees and sending them to different events, and he told me he had a bad spot in this event for 3 times. He had one vendor, he had an employee go, after paying the registration fee, after paying the vendor, they made $36 on that event. But then he finally complained to the people and they moved him to a better spot, and he did like $3,000 at one night. So he made sometimes just the right spot does make a difference, but sometimes you have to make the best of a spot and just go, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, last fall, I had thought I registered. It was just a small little event in one of the schools in town, but I've done it like the last 2 years or whatever. And I guess I forgot to send in my registration. So I contacted, I'm like, why haven't I gotten an email about like our booth placement? And she's like, well, I don't have you down. She's like, I knew I should have contacted you and I didn't see your registration.
Yeah.
She's like, I can squeeze you in if you want, but you're not going to be like in the main hall. You'll be on one of the side hallways. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we get there and we're like at the middle of this hall, but it's the end of the vendors row in this hall. And I'm like, oh, this is going to suck so bad. But it was right after we had those collapsible signs made.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked her, I'm like, hey, can I put this?
No, you didn't.
Or I had Tom ask her.
No, didn't have anything.
I had Tom ask her, like, hey.
She's taking credit for my ideas, man.
No.
I got a thing or two to teach her, Todd.
So we ended up putting, or Tom, I'll give you some credit.
Give me some credit. Yeah, that's my idea. I'm the one that went down there.
Tom ended up putting that sign at the end of the hallway to kind of like
Draw
direct
people in. Yeah.
down to where we were, because it's like nobody's gonna know we're down here. And
I gotta go grab my cord.
that
My
helped a
battery's
lot.
getting low. I'll be right back. I just got dark because my battery's getting low. I'll be right back.
But yeah, that definitely helped a lot doing that.
Hey Todd, just so you know, this is Melissa's beekeeping operation. I'm just the worker, okay? Got it?
You're the employee?
Yes, I'm the employee.
Do you get benefits and stuff like that? You get insurance? And...
Well, that's a poor boy operation over there.
That's right.
Got zero. None.
Do you get any breaks?
None.
Breaks? Water breaks? Nothing?
12, 14 hours a day, man. Grind it hard.
That sounds
like he's sleeping with the boss, I heard.
That's
Sounds like
not
a
allowed.
labor issue.
It's not allowed.
Hey, Tom and Brian, one thing that I noticed at the market is if you have two people working there that can pass things off, you can make a lot more money that way. I didn't have Noah there today, and man, it was really. I think I had people walking away because they were having to wait so long for me to finish the sale and do the credit card and bag the product and all that. Whereas when he and I are there together, he's really quick with the phone and the credit card app. And once I sell it, I just pass them off to him and go straight to the next customer.
That's kind of what I do. I hate dealing with the stupid iPad and all that jazz. I get frustrated. So I'm like, when somebody walks up, you snag them, It doesn't even have to be like snag them with the tagline. I'll just see, I don't know, a mom and a kid passing by, and I'll see the kid will have on a cool hat or something. I'm like, just say, hey, cool hat, man, or whatever. Yeah. And then they stop or whatever. And I'm telling you what's funny about this. And you're going to chuckle. Sometimes if I can get the kid to stop, the mom or dad will stop, and I can make the sale then.
That's right.
I mean, that's going to sound completely off, but it works.
Yeah. What I do is I take when I buy these little jars for these sampler sets, they come with stickers, and it says "Be kind" on the stickers. It's a whole sheet of them. So I just take scissors and cut those up. And when a kid walks by, I just reach out and hand him a sticker. And a lot of times that stops the parent, and they'll stop, and I'll ask the kid if they want to taste the honey, and a lot of times that leads to a sale. So yeah, stickers for kids. I think Brian told me once, don't you do dog treats? Because I need to do that. I hadn't done that yet.
Jen does. Yeah, I tolerate the dog treats that Jen does.
Dog treats for the kids?
Yeah. No, she would have her first thing were these giant treats this big. And so she's given this little Pomeranian a dog treat that's like as big as its head. And I'm like, okay, this is fun. I get what you're doing. You love animals, but give them smaller treats. So we have Kevin, the neighbor, who has 2 golden retrievers. They're in our booth half of the morning because they're waiting for treats from Jen. And they're the sweetest dogs, but every once in a while you're like, come on, Sage, you got to get out of here. But yeah, some people will even leave like a dog bowl out in front of their booth on the hot days so the dog will stop and drink some water, and then that's an opportunity to engage with the customer there.
Our market has a dog watering place where they put a bunch of them out. But it'd be cool to have them in front of yours. If I was thinking about putting a bowl that says free dog treats, because I'm a little, I don't know, if you feed somebody else's dog, sometimes they take that the wrong way.
Yeah, we always ask. Yeah, and it also started with Jen like offering honey to the dogs. Can I give your dog some honey? And then one shot time, she's giving the dog the honey in a wooden taster stick. The dog grabs it. She freaks out. Let's go with a stick, and now there's a wooden stick in the dog's mouth. So after those people leave, I'm like, we are never doing that again. And she goes, yeah, okay.
That's a real vet bill there.
That's right.
So sometimes though, dogs and kids at my booth make me anxious because people don't watch their dogs, and their dogs are bumping into my candle stand or stuff like that, or they start getting into a little kerfuffle with another dog walking by and backing up. And then I've had kids like come up and pick up my comb honey and start like tilting it. I'm like, oh my God, put that down, make your kid put that. Like, I'm not saying that, but in my head, I'm thinking.
You know, I have found, Melissa, that those issues are more about the adult than the kid or the dog.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Right? Because they just don't know how to control their kid or dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one of those Labradoodle things rear up at my table today. They pulled him back pretty fast, and it was a puppy. He didn't know better, but.
What flavor of creamed honey would kids like most? Probably cinnamon would be my guess, but I don't know. Cinnamon, vanilla, what?
The fruity ones kids like.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Is what he's asking.
I don't make a vanilla creamed honey, but we do a vanilla infused honey, and I'm surprised at how well that's selling. That all we do is stick a vanilla bean in the jar, let it sit for like 3 weeks, and then put them on the table, and people love them.
Root beer creamed honey.
I've thought of a sarsaparilla kind of one, DC. Kind of the same idea.
Well,
Carl says the kids like lemon. Huh.
Wait a minute, Todd. I got a question. Just hang in there.
Here it is, 30 minutes. I've sat here 30 extra minutes, and JW never asked me a question, so
I've got one though. If you'll just be patient, I can't. These guys are talking nonstop, you know.
Yep.
No. My belly's. What was that? Winnie the Pooh. My belly. My.
Your tummy.
My tummy is rumbly, or
your tummy has a rumble.
Todd's gonna have to pull an E in.
Brian up there in Colorado, he's still got asparagus up there. You might run up there and get you some asparagus for dinner.
Well, I thought you were my source for asparagus. All right, what's your question? Then I really got to get.
It's been so long, these people talking, I forgot what it was now.
Well, all right, write it down, and then maybe
I'm going to have to get off here because we have to. I've got to go fill the truck up with gas. I need to do that before we load bees. I don't want to stop for gas tomorrow.
Can't hear you anyway about half the time, Phil. You're breaking up.
Yeah, I'm in the cabin. I'm going to get off of here, though. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you, Philip.
See you later.
Crumbly in my tumbly. Isn't it something like that?
Uh-oh.
So, Todd, I know you've explained it before, but will you tell us what blue curl is again?
Blue curl is the name of it is Trichostemma laryntis or something. But what it is, it's a weed that comes up every late July, August, and it basically is my version. It's my version of goldenrod, and sometimes it blooms early, and I know there's an early bloom of goldenrod. There's some plants that are in full bloom right now, but 95% of them are just the buds aren't even, or the flowers aren't out. But it has stems, big stems. When it dries up, it looks like a tumbleweed, but when it's green like it is now, it has stems with probably 20, 30, 40 flowers on it. They're really small, and it's the last nectar that the bees can get before winter. So sometimes it comes in good, sometimes it doesn't. Last year wasn't a good year, so I didn't take anything.
Yeah,
I let them have it, but I don't know what I'm going to do this year. you've heard about my commercial beekeeper neighbor problem. So
I have, yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And that sucks, man. It doesn't matter what you do. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes things happen beyond your control.
Yeah.
And that's just one of them.
And like I've always said all along, he didn't do it maliciously. He didn't know I was down where I'm at.
Yeah.
So
I had it all solved out for him, but he wouldn't go for it. I told him I'd come out there and help him. We'd go down there some night and steal all his supers. I'd put
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Well, maybe next year we could do that if he doesn't want to move. But Will Toothacher last night sent me a text when I was on Charlie's thing, and he said, "Hey, tell the guy that you're a treatment-free beekeeper. Maybe he'll move his bees."
Yeah.
So who knows? But yeah, blue curl is only, this is the only area in the world I think is where it's from, or where it is.
So is it like a darker honey like goldenrod? How would you describe its taste?
It's a darker amber. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
like buckwheat, but it's a dark amber. It has a unique flavor. Sometimes it tastes like caramel. I have one downstairs, a half a bottle that I swear it has a blueberry aftertaste.
Hmm.
I mean, it's really strange at what these flavors are that comes out of it sometimes. Most of the time, though, it's that caramel taste. But
Okay.
it's a really good honey to do creamed honey with because it crystallizes fast.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's unique to this area.
Does it
And
have blue flowers? Why is it called
Yeah.
blue curl? Okay.
it has blue flower. If you Google it, you'll see what they look like. You
Okay.
just Google blue curl and yeah, it'll show you the flowers. It's really it's the Indians used it as medicine. Earlier, I was saying I don't know if you heard it.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, they put it around their bedding. If you break a stem off and put it under your nose, I mean, it smells like. I don't know if you remember that from when you were a kid, Campo Finique.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It'd make a pretty good smelling salt.
Wow.
But,
So it almost looks like a little iris almost.
It's in the mint family.
Okay. It's a pretty flower. Holy cow.
It is, yeah. It's a pretty cool looking. It's a weed, is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. I sent the bottle to Charlie because he likes my blue curl.
They're gonna go.
And I didn't send him one last year. I sent him one the year before. But I'll see what I have any, or if I have any this year to get.
Yes.
If I could get a case, man, I'd be happy. 12 bottles of that stuff.
Right?
Yeah, it's good.
Well, looking at the flower, you can tell why it's called blue curl for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's got. I forgot I forgot all my biology classes. The stem that comes out of the flower. What's that called?
I don't know.
It's extra long. So
Yeah. Is it the stamen? The pistil?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool plant. And you could smell it. Like I caught whiffs of it 2 weeks ago when I got out of my truck when I was putting my jacket on. It's just a faint smell. But when they start bringing it in, when you crack that lid, you could smell the Campo Finique smell.
Hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Hey, take the drawing. You're gonna want to look at it. So smell it a little bit. Did she just text you?
Yeah. JW, do you remember that question?
Okay, well,
I do. Yeah. I was wondering if you ever did any wakeboarding.
No, I leave all that to Tom.
Huh?
No, I'm not a wakeboard
You
champion.
don't
like Tom.
wakeboard, or you don't sea-doo, or none of that crazy stuff?
No. I'm a poor boy operation here.
No, you're not. You're a liar.
You just sit back and just wakeboard your heart away and eat ice cream and
Yeah,
probably one of them waffle cones, them $10 waffle cones, eating that poor boy operation on the dirty side.
One of them hoity-toity waffle cones.
It is a waffle cone.
Rudy Snooty type people.
I might skip dinner and go straight for dessert.
Better,
after
even
crap.
better. I'll do you one better. That came from a specialty ice cream shop too.
I just finished up my dinner while you guys was blowing. See there?
Is it that ice? Oh, geez. Is it that ice cream shop down in Branson?
Look at there.
It's in
All the
Kimberly
real
City.
beekeepers, we're on a strict diet.
Yeah, it's called the Funky Twig.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Junk food specialist. We enjoy.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you guys want to go on a little adventure, drive up to, you know where Nixa is?
Yeah.
Straight north of us.
Go to Buckingham's Barbecue if it's still there. Holy cow.
Okay.
It's the best. Buckingham's.
Is he leaving us?
I Googled it. It shows up in Springfield. That's a totally different one. So I don't know if it's still there. I should call my uncle and ask him. That's really good barbecue. All right. So talking about barbecue, I'm gonna get you up. I gotta go eat.
Wait a minute, I got one more
Good seeing
question.
you, Todd.
Well, write it down and text it to me, JW.
Email it to him.
Yeah, email it to me.
Good night.
Hey, Todd, they closed in 2019.
Oh no! Wow, dang.
Yeah, that's always 6 years ago.
Oh man, well, you know what? It's probably COVID shut them down. Who knows? That sucks. That was a good place to eat. I went there a lot when I lived there. That was good. All right, gentlemen and ma'am, we'll see you guys later. Nice.
Take it easy, Todd.
Good night, Todd.
Have a good week.
Yeah, you too.
Good night. Even though you are a Packer, he's a Packer fan, folks.
I'm a Packer fan.
Let me know he's a Packer fan.
If you missed the beginning, you'll know. Go rewind to the beginning after this is over. You'll see what he's talking about.
Chef Boyar Todd.
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, I almost kicked him out.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. See you later.
Take care.
Good night.
Yeah, bye.
Did y'all answer DC's question, didn't you, about that flower?
Queen Anne lace, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Tom
the
said they get on it around here too.
Grows in road ditches around here.
I don't
I've
know
never
what it
seen it
is, I
before.
guess.
Sure, it's a little bitty old white flower.
White?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
There's some, I think it's like false Queen Anne's lace too, that's actually poisonous.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact name of it, but most people just call it false Queen Anne lace, and it looks almost exactly the same and grows in the same areas, so you kind of have to be careful about it.
I call it Queen Anne's lace, isn't it? And know what the
Hemlock. Yep, there you go. Thanks, Matt.
You know, DC, you've gotten to the point where you've been teaching a lot of people about bees as well. So, you know, you've been pushing that energy back to the community too. It's been really cool to see. It's been really cool to see you playing with honey this year too. I know that's been a really big goal of DC's, and man, is it a messy process, but every year you get better at it and you dial it in, and man, it's really cool to see you grow, man. And I know with all the videos you're doing, you're helping a lot of other new beekeepers as well. So you're pushing
it's
that.
pretty out there where he's at also. I mean,
Yeah.
aesthetically, they're pretty videos. Good job, DC.
Yeah, he does a
We're
great
bragging on you.
and what great energy he puts into our community. Always such positivity. That's probably, DC, what I've learned the most from you is that heart that you have always. It always inspires me, and it makes me reflect on who I am and the heart that I have and I put out there. So I just appreciate this community, man, from people like Carl giving me great ideas at the market, people like DC that just have just the kindest heart and all. Joey, again, the nicest guy I've ever met. Joey, I saw a T-shirt at a market a couple of weeks ago, and I thought of you. He was a man he was very follically very similar, and he had a shirt that had a bald, one of those America shirts that had a bald eagle on it, and it said "bald and majestic."
There you go.
And I was like, I like that shirt. He's like just embracing it, you know. It's like, yep, that's it.
Ooh, light.
Wow. Let there be light, and there was.
Yep. You ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. We got to sign off here, guys. We got to go do some babysitting duties.
Ah,
Well, good to see you guys.
If you guys are still on when we get there, maybe we'll be able to sign back on if the kids are asleep. We'll see.
Well, take him some ice cream. Don't hog it all down. Take some with you.
I'm going to. I'm gonna wear it too if I'm doing any good at it.
See you guys later.
Have a good night.
See you.
night.
Good seeing you, Brian.
Yeah, good seeing you guys too.
Take it easy, man.
Joey, how's your honey harvest looking? Is it all finished? Is it How does it go? Like, we get one honey harvest here. It doesn't seem like that's true for you. You get a later one, or?
well, in the first part of the season, I kind of cherry pick them.
Yeah.
You know, just going through frames cap, I go ahead and pull them, put them back.
Yeah.
And then later in the season, I just start pulling the boxes off. But I still got 12 or 14 boxes to pull off. They don't mean they all gonna have honey in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, I've got, let's see, just a little over 1,100 pounds in my little operation.
And how is that for you in comparison to other years?
It's probably pretty close.
Okay.
I last year I think was 1,500 pounds maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it's more than I can get rid of.
Yeah.
So
how do you normally sell your honey?
Out of my house, and I got a couple of stores that it sells in.
Do you do like Facebook or anything like that?
I did in the beginning. I don't deal with Facebook too much anymore.
Okay.
So kind of get away from it. They too many scammers on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's Mark.
Mark.
Hey, y'all, just come in here and say hi. How's everybody doing?
Good. How's life with you? Look, your shop looks like mine, Mark.
Yeah, I've been extracting honey today. Yeah. Yeah, I got about 10 or 11, almost 11 buckets today done.
Nice.
I just got done washing the floor down, cleaning the extractor out. I still got a few more little things to do, but other than that, I'm almost ready for bed. Been a day.
How's your harvest been this year?
It's not going to be as good as usual. I'm probably going to get around 2,000 pounds, maybe a little more, but it ain't going to be much.
Because of the rain?
Yeah, I've only did 40 supers, and I still got probably 30 or 35 more to go.
Okay.
So I did 1,200 plus out of what I've done. So I don't know. I might get 2,400, depending on if they're full. You know.
Yeah.
So, not great, but I'll take it.
I started filling buckets, and I don't like filling buckets to 60 pounds or anything close to that, because I'm gonna pull a disc at some point picking up a bucket. So I've been filling them to like 48, and then I'm running out of space in my house. So I'm like, I just got to start topping them off more, just because I've got rows and rows of buckets right now, and I'm kind of taking over my house, which is a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to pick up a bucket and pop a disc and be done for the season, you know?
Yeah. I run into go ahead, Joey.
I was just going to say, that's kind of me. I like to put around 50 pounds in one.
Yeah.
And now I need that empty space. I'm running out of buckets again.
Yeah. I've thought
I-
about getting 3-gallon buckets just to make my life easier.
Yeah.
I run into a batch of bad lids at Lowe's. I bought a box of lids, and I don't know if they're warped or something. They will not go shut all the way. And that ain't good because if you got the slightest crack, you know what happens. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go get some more lids.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Part of it, I guess. Things we deal with.
Yeah.
How's your harvest?
Good. I've got like 2,000 down on paper, which means, I weigh stuff as it goes into the house. So it's either already sold or in jars or buckets. And I've got a garage full of work to do. So, last year I did about 3,000. I should hit that this year as well. I was hoping to do like 3,500 this year. I'm not sure I'll get that. Hey, Brad.
Hey, everybody.
But I'm happy. I can see I'm going to get at least what I got last year. And, that I'm happy with that. And Brad, I was thinking about you this morning. I was listening to your comb honey. I had a really good comb honey year last year, and our flow just didn't turn on strong for comb honey great this year. Mm-hmm. So I've only, before yesterday, I only had like 74 cuts. And I went to a yard to clean some supers up, and I found 8 more frames of comb honey, and I was like, yes, kind of saved my season's harvest.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get up to last year, but it'll make it so at least I can have comb honey on my table for a good chunk of time. Look at that big boy.
Sorry.
Pay attention to me.
Sorry about this. He's got to figure out how to sit down. There we go. Okay.
Hey, Matt.
He's been coming and going.
I'm Matt.
How's it going?
I'm Brad.
Hey, Brad.
That cat's got to weigh about 17, 18 pounds.
You know what? He doesn't weigh hardly anything. He's so skinny. He weighs probably not even 10 pounds.
Wow.
He looks bigger than that on camera.
Well, he is big. He's long and he's tall, but he's very, very skinny. He's very old. He's 18 and a half years old.
Mm.
Wow.
And I thought maybe I might lose him yesterday. He seemed like he felt very good, but he perked up today a little bit. So when he wants cuddles and pats, then he gets cuddles and pats, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
We've had a skunk coming around our yard every night, sometimes multiple times. It came out. There was a mama and a baby. Now it's just the baby. That thing was out in my backyard at 3:30 in the afternoon the other day. And all the ducks and chickens are like, rah, 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 yelling at the skunk. It's just wandering around. And then it disappeared, and it didn't show up for like 3 days. And I was like, oh, I hope nothing bad happened to it. And I'm like, no, I should be happy. Like, I should be happy the skunk's not coming back. But they really are cute little animals. And I think I'm a lot like JW, where I just have a big heart for animals. And man, it is cute, but I don't want it in my backyard. But I was happy to see it this morning. It was out there at 5 o'clock when I got up, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
you can go be cute somewhere else."
Yeah, exactly.
Smell you later.
I was surprised by that feeling.
Smell them later.
Yeah. How is your comb honey going, Brad? I've been enjoying that process.
I don't know. I'm trying something new every year, it seems, and I think I'm causing myself problems. But there's quite a bit of it on the way. So if they fill it and cap it, then I should be in a reasonably good position. But we've got a ways to go yet, and I don't know how the flow is going to hold out here.
Yeah.
It's been such a terrible flow for me this year.
And that was my problem with the comb honey. Is like we've had an okay flow, but it's been steady. It just that faucet never turned on hard, which is really what helps with that comb honey production. And it just didn't happen this year. Now, Matt, I know you were going to do some comb honey stuff this year. Did you get a chance to play that out?
I didn't. I would just basically focused on drawing a bunch of frames for, foundation out, and I didn't get to the comb part of it. I just didn't get there quite this year. But my interest is peaked for sure. I know. Just watching Brad's videos and how he's doing those with the deep frames.
What have you been eating, Matt? You can't
is
hear
it?
that. There's some kind of an audio anomaly. It sounds like
Oh,
you're
Sound like
belching at
a
every
sound
syllable.
like a sow pig.
It does sound like a sow pig.
sorry about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
just like a sow pig.
That's weird.
It is weird.
I don't know if that's any better or not.
Yeah, it's better.
Highly entertaining.
I just want to keep talking by Joey's reaction.
It's good to see you made it out of bed finally, then, Mr.
But Matt, I remember you talking about your plans way back in, I don't know, early spring, and I was like, he's been reading the same books I've been reading.
You know, Brian, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to the comb production this year. Just trying to draw out frames and
Sorry, man.
Sorry. Sorry, Joe.
Soupy.
You better start over.
Well, it sounds like I'm not the only hog here. Sorry, Matt. That's hilarious.
I wonder if you want to log out and log back in, man. I don't know what your audio's doing.
Yeah, maybe try that. Because we're going to get nowhere if you don't. It's just going to be us giggling.
I don't know what he's got there.
You know what's funny, Brad, is I saw you laughing. I had no idea where the sound is coming from. And I'm like, oh, Brad's got some acid reflux going or something because your face is getting redder and redder.
I thought, first of all, I thought he had gas, but then I thought, oh, maybe not.
Oh.
Sounded like he was in a pig pen and they had the old sow between his
Well,
legs.
that's what it sounded like for sure. Yeah.
And Brad, it looked like you had a good visit with Ian. You and Corey got to go visit Ian's place.
We had a really good day. You know, it was fun. You know, we had a good visit with Ian. Of course, you know, we couldn't take too much of his time, but we did get some time.
Yeah.
And something new to me, you know, working with his crew, pulling the honey. And I was doing camera work and stuff, so I wasn't much help, but it was really neat to see exactly how they do that and whatnot. So, and Corey had a great time running that easy loader. So yeah, it was a great day. It was
funny.
really
It's
awesome
a lot
day.
of your videos I listen to as I'm setting up, getting ready for the market. So sometimes like my eyes aren't on it, but it was funny listening to Corey. Like Ian was trying to push it on Corey, and he's like, "I'll just watch for a minute." Like, oh, and then he's getting into it. And it gets more and more fun for him, and you can tell
and then he got it, and then it was like you couldn't take it away from him.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
All right, Matt, what do you think? Is your sound better now?
I don't know. Microphone check 1, 2.
All right.
Yeah. But so far, you got rid of the sound pig.
Coming in out of the hog lot, coming in the house, didn't you? He's been at the hog lot.
Yep. I had to sneak in the back door. Sandy must be upstairs. So no, yeah, the comb honey production I never got into. Just trying to draw out. Honestly, just really trying to draw out as many deep frames as I could this year. Is what it came down to. So,
and it sounded like you were really successful with that.
Yeah, there's still some that are on there that are getting drawn out right now, but I'm somewhere around the 1,600 frame drawn mark, you know, including what's been pulled for honey and just drawn out basically. So, yeah, so now I have the problem of having to store drawn comb, which I haven't had. You know, it's been 2 years. 2 years ago, I just saw a picture on my phone pop up. I had 2 hives about two years ago in about 2 months. So now I'm up to about 140. And that just, you know, I want to take into winter about 120 possibly. So I'm going to recombine. I'm going to make some real strong final decisions, and kind of, I just want to have the healthiest colonies I can and not grow too fast, because the rate of growth that I've had is, I know it's been a lot. I'm not
It's
I'm the
pretty
one doing it, and
exceptional.
the one. So I want to grow with it and not get in over my head at the same
Yeah.
time. So I'm
Yeah.
running a full-time job on top of this, and it's really just a game of efficiency. So
Mhm.
far so good, and I'm really enjoying every bit of it and keeping up with it. So now it's just about pulling the last honey off and getting treatments on, hitting
I
them
was
hard.
given that advice when I started from a number of people. They would say, "Don't grow too fast,"
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think that's good advice.
Yep.
I know a guy who did grow very fast, and his world came crashing down, and it was really hard on him emotionally, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was,
There's
and
no man
financially,
in our part
right?
of the country, Brad, that's been preaching that to Mr. Ramsbottom for
Yeah,
the last month or two.
See, the problem is I go around learning from all these great beekeepers like Mr. Mark down there and JW, and I watch all these guys like Brad and Brian, and I absorb.
you
I'm
watch the
sure
you watch
Alicia.
the great beekeepers and me.
Right. Well, no, I'm just, how I
No,
feel
that's
about
how
you,
I put
Brad.
it.
No,
The,
but that's just humility right there for you.
the real
But yeah,
problem
it's
is,
all.
Matt, you're addicted to raising bees. That's the problem.
There's no doubt about
Right.
it. There's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no there's no better feeling for
Yeah,
me
that's
than rearing a queen and
yeah,
seeing her come back and starting a brand new nest, because I know what the power of what that nest can turn into. So now I'm completely addicted to basically rearing our own queens and being a self sufficient operation. So
couldn't agree
that's my
more.
goal, is not ever to having to
Yeah,
buy any queens whatsoever, being totally self-reliant. And that's how we've grown, really, is for the most part all our own
Mark, you're
stock and breeding from our best. So
Mark, you're
whatever
breathing
that
on your
is.
mic. You're breathing
i'm
on
getting
your
mark
mic,
i'm
Mark.
getting mark I'm getting Mark excited.
Yeah,
That's the only reason I hang around with him, Brad, is he, uh, he's young and full
he
of,
he didn't
the
he
old
didn't hear me.
and vinegar. He's full of it.
Yeah, JW says I'm going around half cocked all the time, ready to, just, pointing in the wrong direction.
Don't
Well, you
go
kind
off
of
that call.
you kind of have to. You kind of have to, right? Sometimes it's just a balance.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a little crazy to have anything more than a dozen hives, really. I mean, when it comes down to it, you start pushing into the mid 20s and 30s. That's taking a fair amount of time. So I'm just breaking that up into 4 or 5 yards of 20 or 25. So you can, when you get Brad, like I was mentioning to you, you're kind of like a kung fu master, like a sensei, and you do those movements enough, you can get through your hives pretty efficiently, and do what you need to do, and stay on top of your
Yeah,
husbandry end of it, for sure.
there's a lot to be said about that. And I find myself working against myself too much. Sometimes, every once in a while, I'll be trying to work through my yard, and then I
Hmm.
find myself sitting there enjoying the bees, and I
Yeah.
kind of got to snap out of it and get back to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, if I don't sit and enjoy the bees once in a while, then like that's what I really like about it. Just admiring a
Hmm.
frame of brood or something, right, and whatnot. But yeah, you can't just take forever to go through colony. It's like, what? Why am I here? What am I looking for? Do it.
Hmm.
Move on. You know.
I've never been accused of taking too many breaks.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with taking breaks, especially in this heat. You have to.
Yeah.
and I have to
Yeah.
do that because if it's like if I take a break in the middle of the day, then I can work more hours in the day, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just peter out, and then I take a break, and then it's the end of the day.
Hmm.
Well, I got to take 2 or 3 breaks before the middle of the day, and then 2 or 3 breaks after the middle of the day.
I did. I almost recovered for a week after pulling honey. I completely underestimated the amount of work that was going to actually take. I'm still not done, but I'm almost there. We got one more day probably of pulling tomorrow. I got a good chunk of the pulling done today. So
How are you? How are you pulling? Is it just kind of just all
fume
manual
board,
work, or
yeah, fume board. So
yeah?
this harvest or this round of pulling was basically all the supers I left on for them to finish up. So some of them aren't full by any means, but what was full had to come off to get these colonies to the right size.
So when you pull a box, then
Mhm.
and are you running mediums?
All deeps on the
All
honey.
deep. Okay. So you pull a box. So you're doing that all by hand.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's craziness. But
So
you
I'm
pull a box,
pulling.
then what do you do with that? Where do you put that?
I'm stacking it on the back of a upside down telescoping lid on my four wheeler, so I can
And
get four.
climbing a hill like that.
Yep. And four deep. So anything more than four deeps, and I can probably pop a wheelie over the first burn that I have to come over.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's basically four deep. So I just make stacks with telescoping lids to top and bottom and sandwich. So today I hauled out eight deeps and three mediums was my take for the morning and early afternoon haul.
I see. I see.
Yeah, but you didn't
So
get it. Tell them what time you got up now, what time you started.
I was up by probably 7, and I had mixed some sugar syrup because I got nukes and stuff I was feeding. So I did some other chores other than just pulling honey for sure.
So
But it's
so
funny, I talked to JW right when I got started, and he was giving me trouble.
so where are you gonna go with the harvest? What's your what's your want items as far as what you could do with the harvest to make it a little less grueling?
Probably pulling my truck down there. The main yard right now for production is also my mating yard. To give you an idea, it probably has about 70-75 hives in it right now, about 30 of those production.
What
So
you need
really,
that is an all-terrain track mobile. When
mhm,
the power companies use to go through cross country and lay those lines. That's what it is
mhm.
out there in his.
It's not that
I call them,
crazy.
I call
Mark's
them hills and hollers.
It's definitely hill country for sure. There's nothing level about our property, you know
Oh,
it, and
that's something I don't deal with here.
yeah, that's
You need a
um,
conveyor belt. Run you a conveyor
you,
belt.
you
Yeah.
know what the funny part is. I drill planted 250 linden or basswood trees and also black locust. So I would walk around with a 5-gallon pump sprayer and water each one of those trees on the line, and that could take me 3 or 4 hours. And 5 gallons of water on your back isn't that heavy, but up and down those hills makes it some good exercise. Mark knows about that.
I got back up the hill, and all I did was walk down there and look.
You know what?
It keeps me
Dwayne,
young and
he wouldn't even
chipper.
walk down there. He's like, I'm not walking down there. I won't ever make it back up.
You know that water flows downhill, right? So you could like this thing called a pipe. It's round, and you can like goes right.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I did. I did a drip irrigation after that, and then I just did little emitters on all of them.
Hmm.
So, yep, I learned real quick after about 4 or 5 rounds of that.
Yeah, here I can't get water to run nowhere.
Hmm.
It does go anywhere.
So it's actually a bee yard on a hill has its advantage with a syrup tank too, because you don't need a pump.
Right.
You can just park up there and pretty much it'll self siphon,
Yeah.
to fill. So that part's kind of handy, but
Yeah.
everything else about it's a pain. So, but it is what it is, and that's where our bee farm's located. So I wouldn't replace the production and everything. I guess I'd take the bad with the good of it. So
Yeah.
um, it's just like a little vortex in the sky. It's just a little clearing on the side of a ridge, and you would never even know that was a bee farm, but it's a vortex into the sky. What's coming up out of that clearing, that's for sure.
It's a
Nice.
good place to support that many hives. It's got to be, and still get a lot of honey off of it. It's a good place.
Yeah, we were blessed, and it's some of our production colonies we sold 2 nukes out of, and as of today, I've pulled 2 deeps and a medium off. So those are our top production colonies, but 2 deeps, a medium of honey, and 2 nukes sold off of it in the spring. So, as far as an asset, they are in their place on the stand as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
If I could just get that done with all of them, we'll really have something. But a good majority of them were able to produce to that level. So
Y'all still got a lot of smoke up there, don't you, Brad?
Yeah, it's pretty persistent. Where I am, it's not generally real thick at ground level, but we can always see it at a distance.
Yeah.
Um, that video where Ian was up flying, the smoke is kind of aloft a little bit, so he was right in it up there.
I thought maybe you guys had joined the United States because we're starting to get a little of that smoke down my way.
yeah, we can see it. We can see it here too.
I think there's a 35% tariff on that smoke across the border.
You may be right.
Maybe that's why it just looks like more JW.
Yeah. I know what it's been humid. I mean, it's been atrociously hot here, and last night kind of opened up the house. And I tell you what, I couldn't hardly get my breath this morning. The smoke, and I coughed and hacked and spit, and blubbered.
Yeah, I'm glad it's mostly aloft where I am.
Yeah.
And the fires are not near me. They're probably 400 miles north of me. They're a long way up there.
Yeah. They're actually that far north, eh?
Oh yeah.
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 I was wondering about that.
If you look on a map in Manitoba, if you look a town called Lynn Lake, that's the area where a lot of the fires are.
All right.
Yeah, it's way up there. It's end of the line, Lynn Lake.
I'd be clear to the north end. What is that, Lake Winnipeg there?
Oh, way farther north of that.
Way further north than that. Okay.
Yeah, if you travel from here to the north end of Lake Winnipeg, the fire is probably that far again.
Okay.
Away, and for people wondering what's
that national park
is.
there in Riding Mountain or something?
Oh yeah, that's down south.
Okay, it's way
down south. But for context, Lake Winnipeg is it takes you, what does it take, about 4 hours to drive from one end of that lake to the other up the highway.
Yeah.
And that's 65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's not through cities and towns and stuff. So it's a long ways up there, but still we get all the smoke.
That would be. I didn't realize it's that far north. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So as far as danger to where I am, it's zero.
Sure.
Right. But sure is smoky. I hope they get some rain, get that put out. It's kind of unusual for it to drag on this late into August.
Well, if I understood you correctly, you're on the east side of the river, and would be east of the. If you went straight north from your place, you'd go up the east side of Winnipeg, would you not?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the area a little bit.
That's interesting. I used to spend a lot of time up there on a lot of that Queens and big pastures.
You were on the west side of Lake Manitoba.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the two big lakes side by side, and then the interlake in between.
Mm-hmm.
And so the biggest lake is the east one. That's the 11th largest lake in the world. That's right beside my place. That's a big lake, big lake. Man, it's a big lake. It's not very deep either.
Yeah, I know they get really rough.
When it gets windy, they get really wild. Yeah.
Got his ice cream eat. I see that.
What's up, Tom?
Hi, Brad. How are you tonight?
I am well. How about yourself?
I
What's
can't
up, Tom?
complain.
You doing any fishing down there?
No. I mean, well, we haven't. When we can, there's a fishing boat down here, but we haven't. We've just been trying to perfect the sport that JW is going to get into on his 6th retirement of wakeboarding and surfing. He
So
doesn't realize it yet, but he's growing an interest there.
I haven't been
No,
keeping up.
I'm not.
Where are you at, Tom?
I'm fully
We're
aware
down
of
in the
that.
southern part of our own state, in southern Missouri.
I hate to say this about my good buddy, but you got to be a certified idiot to do that kind of stuff.
Here I am, certified. I got my license and all too, you know. Brad, to answer your question, we're in the southern part of Missouri, a small town outside of Branson, Missouri.
Yeah, I've been down there.
Yeah, Kimberly City to be exact.
Okay. I've been down to the Springfield area and then to Branson.
Yeah.
From there. That was a number of years ago, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a large lake that's a big recreation down here that's just on the outskirts of Branson called Table Rock. Well, there's actually three of them technically.
Is that where they run those amphibians?
I'm sorry?
Is that where they run those amphibians?
Yeah. That's right. So there's an interesting story behind the amphibious vehicles if you're interested in hearing it. And Brad, you probably know more than me, but I believe those were actually come about one of the world wars. Is that right?
Military vehicle, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they basically, you know, after they kind of took them out of service, I guess retroed them for public novelty, basically. Yeah, for tourism. Yeah. So I want to say, and please don't quote me on this, but I want to say it could have been 3 years, maybe 4 years ago ish, maybe even 5. But anyway, a few years back, there was a freak storm that popped up down here in the area, and you know, they run those amphibious vehicles out of Branson on the main strip, which is the big tourist attraction area, and then they go down to the lake, which is roughly 10 minutes or so away. Well, when this freak storm popped up, and I don't know all the details. I'm sure there's a lot that this whole thing was in litigation for a number of years because unfortunately people passed away from the event, but they went out into the lake with these, they basically were like a bus of sorts. And some huge waves kicked up and of sorts. And then unfortunately the vehicle, went under and some people drowned as a result of it, which is very unfortunate. So again, it was a whole big deal because somebody died. Obviously somebody has to pay the price, of course, besides the folks that perished, of course.
I recall that there was quite a tragedy. It was, I'm going to say it was 92, 93 when I was down there.
Okay.
They call those a duck, don't they?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I remember hearing about that.
In Wisconsin, about the same time, it killed several people also. Pretty well put a stop to them.
Yeah, I think they kind of somewhat. Melissa said 2018, so it's been a little longer than what I said. So what is that? Almost 7 years, basically.
Yeah.
Ironically, we happened to be down here the weekend before that happened, and I've never seen a storm pop up like that on the water that caused such an issue. But as far as a lake is concerned, it's a fairly sizable body of water, for a lake. I don't know that it's the biggest. Lake of the Ozarks might be the biggest. It's definitely the most dangerous body of water in North America because of all the tragedy that happens on there with large boats and speedboats and things of that nature. It's kind of a big party scene, but down here at Table Rock Lake, it's very low key. A lot of family attraction down here. Whether you're a fisherman or you like to sport boat, whatever it might be, it's a very, very clean lake. It's a very, very deep lake. I think the deepest part is somewhere around the neighborhood of 225 to 250 feet deep at the deepest point. It's just good family fun.
Got a big riverboat on it too.
I'm sorry, Joey?
It's got a big riverboat on it too. What's the name of that riverboat?
Yeah, that's the Branson Bell.
Branson Bell.
And ironically, right where the ducks, the amphibious vehicles come in, that's right at the entrance where the Branson Bell is at. So it's pretty deep water right there, actually, and it's pretty open water right there. So just a bad turn of events caused tragedy, and unfortunately that happens, right?
So a little bit of, I'm just remembering my time there. I was driving tour buses at the time, and I took a group of people down to little town north of Springfield, Bolivar.
Okay, yeah.
And then I continued on because they were staying there for, I don't know, might have been 4 days or something. And so I just continued down to Springfield and got a motel room, And so I was just off the clock for a few days. I walked up and toured the Fantastic Caverns, and I was young, so I could walk it. And then I went and I got a hold of a tour company there, and just something to do and somebody to talk to and whatnot. And it was American Tours in Springfield.
Okay.
And they were really nice people and very accommodating. And they found out who I was and where I was from. And they said we're taking a tour to Branson tomorrow. You get on the bus. And they loaded me up, and we went to Branson. Went to Kenny Rogers Theater. I saw Glenn Campbell. I saw the Oak Ridge Boys. Had a great one of the highlights, of course. We went to Cracker Barrel. Love Cracker Barrel. So anyway, so that was just one of those things that I just had such a great time, and I remember.
Yeah.
Time
So
down
that was
there.
82.
No, it would have been 90. I don't know, 93, 92, 93.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm like, in 82, was Cracker Barrel around? But, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it'd been the early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Mark, you're blowing in your mic, my friend.
Sorry.
It's
Weird
windy.
mouth breathing, buddy.
Sounds like a tornado.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, who's outside right now and it's windy for crying out loud?
He's
Sound like
trying to outdo Matt. That's all.
sound like me on my videos, huffing and puffing in the microphone.
Yeah.
I thought Mark was doing calisthenics off to the side, maybe.
So, Tom, when you go down, is this the same place you go to every time? And this is like a place your brother, your family owns? Is that right?
Yeah. So my sister and her husband,
Okay.
They have a house that we built down here. So just real short, my brother-in-law is a developer. And so we've been coming down here as family for a very, very long time. We would come down sometimes a few times a year, and just for the number of years, and just play on the water with boats and stuff like that. And all. Sometimes we'll fish, but most of the time it's just water sports. But
it is an oddly shaped lake. What's up with that?
So it's actually part of a river system.
Okay, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like a reservoir?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually core owned. It is a energy producing lake. So first and foremost, it's a reservoir, and secondly, it's energy producing, and then thirdly, it would be a recreational lake.
Cool. So like hydroelectric energy. Correct.
Yes. Cool. And they produce a lot of power out of this lake. Actually, the lake that comes into it, which is Beaver Lake, which is further upstream.
Yep.
That one's energy producing. Then Table Rock, which is the largest body there in the center, is also energy producing. I think they have 6 or 7 turbines. And then the lowest part, which Alicia was talking about on here, Taneycomo, that one I believe also has electric producing, if I'm not mistaken.
Do they have tours to the hydro plants there, Tom?
So they used to before they started flying those planes into buildings there,
Yep.
And then they kind of put the kibosh on that for a while. But there is some chatter, and I don't know if it's 100% true, so please don't quote me on it. But we just had a conversation about it today that they had talks about potentially open that up for tours of the dam again. Ironically, if anybody happens to come down here at Table Rock Lake at the dam, it's really impressive to see and to look at. There's a trout fish hatchery. Matt probably knows about this.
Yeah.
That's down below it. Very, very good trout fishing from what I understand. I've never done it myself. But they're actually redoing that whole fish hatchery down in the lower part of the dam, actually. And again, I was told that there's potential for that to open up in the next maybe year or two as far as tours and such. So it'd be kind of cool. It's really fabulous to see. Melissa and I did that years ago before we had kids when we come down here and do
the dam tour.
Yeah, and do the dam tour. They call it. That's
I've done toured several hydro plants. Most of them are around Smoky Mountain area.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, if you ever get a chance to tour some of them, you need to tour them. I love touring them.
It's really impressive them talking about the different specs of it and such, and how they built it and all the history of it and stuff. It's something to definitely do, like you said, Joey.
So fishing on Taneycomo, there's world record brown trout in that lake, no doubt about it. And when they generate electricity, they'll shut off during unpeak times. They won't be generating electricity, and it almost slows down to a little stream where you can literally walk across about chest deep. But they'll sound a horn, about 10-15 minutes before they start generating or turning on a turbine. And the amount of volume that comes through those generating, depending if they're running 1, 2, 3, or 4 turbines, it turns into almost a Mississippi in about half an hour. You can literally sit there and watch that water level rise up and right. If you get straight, people get swept away because they get to wading too far off and can't get back to safe ground in time. But it's an awesome place to go if anyone gets a chance.
It's pretty cold water too, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's probably in the 60s, probably.
Manitoba produces an absolute immense amount of hydroelectricity.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think any of our electricity in this province is generated in any other fashion. Actually,
really?
Yeah, it's 100%. Well, of course, we got a few windmills to appease the climate cult, but
Yeah, I think as far as green energy, if you will, that's really truly green energy.
Yeah, hydro, absolutely. It's totally renewable, and it's I mean, it takes a lot of concrete and whatnot to build, but they run for 100 years or better.
Oh yeah,
right. So
yeah, I'm not sure what year this lake was built. For some reason, I want to say the 60s, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody else might know the answer to that.
If I had to guess, probably 40s or 50s.
It's before the 60s.
Was
it? Core engineer stuff was built in the 40s and 50s mostly, I'd say.
Yeah, I can Google it real quick, JW.
Hey, Google check that, will you?
I will.
You have a chance.
Pull out Google, JW.
Way before 60. That's before I was hatched.
James,
okay, what's everyone's guess?
James asking if the cat's
48
by cheaper is a lot. He's per no.
You're pretty close, JW.
I'd say 46.
It needs to be a little bit later than that, but you guys are pretty close. So it actually the construction began in 54 and it was completed in 58. So 4 years. That's pretty impressive to me because that dam system is pretty significant.
Yeah.
When you're underneath about 300 feet of concrete looking up at it, when you're fishing below the dam, it's intimidating, for sure. If that levee were to break, you would be done. I mean, no doubt about it.
Something go to Hoover sometime.
Yeah,
that's a big one too.
Have you been there, Joey?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. We've watched a few documentaries on how they built that. It's just absolutely mind-boggling, particularly in the day of the kind of equipment they had in those days. Just amazing what they did.
I just don't get how they can make the seal at the rock. Like how do they get the concrete to pin against the stone and it not leak?
They cut into the rock.
They drill into it.
I know.
Into they cut a slot into the
make
the
like a
dam
keyway.
wider. Yeah, the dam is wider than the rock. The dam goes in right into a key right in the rock. and it's built in. It's built like Lego. Hoover is built like Lego. It's big sections of concrete, as you can
So
kind of see
much.
that by the way it looks. It
Wouldn't.
looks like sections, right?
Mm-hmm. Some about like if they didn't do it that way, it would still be curing, or would have to cure for 500 years or something if it was one pour.
Well, they had to compensate for the exothermic reaction of the concrete, so they had to actually run refrigeration lines through these big sections of concrete to cool them as they cured. It's just amazing. Wow. And it's what, I think the 30s it was built. I think it was a depression project, wasn't it? And just incredible.
Hey Matt, have you ever heard of a product called Flex Seal?
Yes. Yep.
That's what they used. They use Flex Seal on the dam.
That's what JW uses on his boats, isn't it?
Yeah. When he runs them aground there in Illinois, because he's got shallow waterways, they use Flex Seal in there.
Oh, I thought I saw some cans on his garage floor.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's my honey suit. That's my honey buckets you seen.
Yeah.
That's about all the honey. That's about all the honey I had this year. And about a flex can full. That stuff's pretty good stuff, though. I will say that for it. I never did use it on a boat, but I've used it. It does work.
I'm kind of suspect that I would imagine that you might have run that boat aground when you were trying to surf behind it. You need a bigger boat, though.
Yeah, you know that.
I think the commercial for that Flex spray is he's got a screen door on the bottom of a John boat, and he Flex seals it closed, and it doesn't leak on him.
Yeah,
that might be going a little far.
Sounds like a Red Green episode.
Yeah, that was the commercial.
I won't tell you what I used it for. You really think I'm crazy.
Keep your teeth in?
Huh?
Keep your teeth in? See, I told you he's not using Flex Seal for that.
They're portable.
Portable.
They've been portable for years. They got them all knocked out back in the 60s in the service.
Well, hopefully you have a good
got them knocked
story.
Out.
Yeah, I did.
Good night, Roy.
What you been up to, Mark? I'm started talking to these guys. He's muted. You can't answer maybe. You're muted.
Just got done picking peas and started back in on honey.
Wow.
We wound up with, I think it was 23 bushels.
You're kidding.
Called the neighbors, and they come and got 4 or 5. So,
wow.
I'm done picking peas. My wife's wore out.
23 bushels.
23. Yeah, we shelled all them.
Well,
what is a bushel? Just as much as you can carry at once?
No, it's a bushel basket.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like an arms, like what you could bunch.
I can imagine picking 23 bushel by hand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a certified glutton for punishment, that's all I can tell you.
That's what I'm
saying. My back's
saying.
wore out, I can tell you that.
Oh, man.
I didn't pick all of them. I just went out there in the evening and picked a couple of bushels and went back to bed. Got up the next morning to go to work. My wife picked in the morning and in the evenings too.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
That's 64 pints, Matt.
Gotcha. Wow.
I can't imagine anybody picking 25 bushel of.
We weighed out a bushel shelled, weighed out 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Is what it weighed out. 2-gallon sack pack full.
Wow.
Do you have a machine to shell them, or are you shelling them by hand?
He probably gives them away.
She sells them.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Yeah, she sold about $1,000 worth and then kept whatever we wanted, you know. So,
wow.
Give her a little pocket change.
Good for her.
we've been going 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the chat to an end. I'm gonna tell everybody over in the chat that's still over there. Appreciate them coming in.
Yes.
I appreciate the super chats from Collector Rick and Highland Honey. Didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I had something else I was gonna say, but I forgot what it was.
Good night.
All right. I'll see y'all on the other side of this.
Thanks for hosting, Joey.
Yeah, thanks, Joey.
Enjoyed it.